Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw, actually on a Monday. I know. Miracles can happen, ladies and gentlemen, and it has happened right here tonight. We are 6 days away from Bad Blood anyway. It feels like only a week ago that we had Money in the Bank because... oh, it was. Anyway, we are 6 days away from Bad Blood. We are 6 days away from that Raw exclusive pay-per-view, and it's shaping up to be a big one already. After what we saw last week as well, another match got confirmed during the week, and that was this one between Kassius, Ohno and Marty Scurll for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Raw General Manager, Dawson, confirming that match during the week, stating that that is going to happen at the pay-per-view, giving us about 4 confirmed matches, I believe, so that should be pretty interesting. Not only that, but we also have here tonight the main event, CM Punk against The Undertaker. We saw last week what The Undertaker wants with Mordecai at Bad Blood. To finish it where it all started, The Undertaker wants Hell in a Cell against Mordecai, but tonight he will go one-on-one against the self-proclaimed best in the world, CM Punk, in his first performance since his devastating loss, which of course wasn't really much to do with him being legitimately beaten at Money in the Bank. Nevertheless, we are here tonight for this episode of Monday Night Raw, and certainly seems like it's going to be a very, very interesting one as Aiden English makes his way out here to start things off tonight. The former United States Champion is going to go one-on-one against the current United States Champion. He'll be meeting Lars Sullivan in this ring. Lars Sullivan will be gearing up for a rematch against Daniel Bryan at Bad Blood for the United States Championship. Of course, Bryan defeated Lars Sullivan last week on Monday Night Raw. He tapped him out with the yes lock, and that did not go very well in the mind of the Raw General Manager. He was not happy with it at all. Demanded that something be done about it in his eyes, and his eyes was for Lars Sullivan to beat the shit out of the former United States Champion, Aiden English. The last thing that Aiden did since losing the United States Championship was get beaten up by The Undertaker. So, you know, kind of becoming a forte for Aiden English at this point, essentially. There we go. Aiden English not on Bad Blood, to the best of my knowledge. You never know what can happen, but we do have the confirmed cards 6 days from now. So far, anyway, like I said, there are 4 matches. Kind of 5, if I, yeah, pretty much 5 if I talk about them. So we've got for the World Tag Team titles, we have the Revival versus the Good Brothers, which we knew about last week. For the United States Championship, of course, we have Daniel Bryan facing... any second now, mate. Come on, I'm stalling for you. That man right there, Lars Sullivan. For the Women's Championship, Rosemary is going to host another open challenge for herself. We have for the World Heavyweight Championship, Kassius Ohno and Marty Scurll. And what we can reveal right here, right now, as the main event of Bad Blood, it will be Hell in a Cell between Mordecai and The Undertaker. To close this thing out once and for all between 2 sides, that is how they will finish things off. Hell in a Cell. The hatred between those 2 men cannot be composed within a normal ring. They need that structure to end this all. The Undertaker has promised to send Mordecai to the depths of hell, and indeed, he has a chance to this Sunday. Right now, though, Lars Sullivan doing his lap of the ring, walking past the stage hands like they're not even there, as he prepares for this matchup against Aiden English here tonight. Sullivan, you know, like I said, frustrated with last week's loss, as was Dawson. Lars Sullivan, though, prepped up and ready to get some revenge ahead of his first title defense as champion, and it may be his only one, if last week is anything to go by. Daniel Bryan and Lars Sullivan in singles action now, over the last few weeks at least, because I can't remember if they faced off before or not. 1-1. So that can give Bryan some hope. But of course, that also sets in the realization that Lars Sullivan is indeed, you know, he does have the victory. He has the victory that matters more as well, because it was his victory that brought him the United States Championship. Daniel Bryan will be hoping his second victory in just as many weeks will be enough for his 3rd reign as the United States Champion. We'll see about that, though. But right now, Aiden English is in dire troubles from the get-go. Running splash in the corner there, and we're really seeing how frustrated Lars Sullivan is at what went on. last week on Raw. And oh, Aiden English is being the recipient of it all. Buckle bomb there. Aiden English, though, starting to fight back a little bit. Trying to get... maybe not. He was trying to get something going there, but that just ended very quickly. And as Aiden English rolls out of the ring, one of the stagehands brave enough to argue with Lars Sullivan, hoping that he can get his beloved Aiden English back in this matchup. Yeah, that worked. That worked out well. Oh, good God, he's going up high already. Lars Sullivan gonna go to that top rope already in this one. Is he thinking something big? Diving fish drop into the chest. And Sullivan will go up another turnbuckle now. This has been devastation towards Aiden English. This is going to be what Lars Sullivan will seek this Sunday at Bad Blood. And hope to close it out this quickly as well. Freak accident. 1, 2, and 3. Lars Sullivan defeats Aiden English that quickly. As I said, he will be hoping that that is the case with Daniel Bryan this Sunday to close things out. The Raw General Manager will certainly be hoping that that's going to be the case as well between those two sides. Hoping that this doesn't go on no longer. That this is all over as soon as the bell rings, essentially. Lars and Daniel Bryan, two completely different physiques, but a matchup this Sunday that may not be able to be, you know, the word I'm looking for. They may not be able to find a winner in. It could be coined as David versus Goliath, but the simple fact of the matter is, David is better in a lot of regards than Goliath. However, Goliath has the riches, has the spoils, has the United States Championship, and he will look to hold on to it. Not only for him, of course, but for his beloved best friend, Dara Ranallo. We'll see if that'll be the case or not this Sunday. Either way, it could be, it will be rather, a very interesting contest. Coming up next, speaking about interesting contests, of course, we know for the World Tag Team titles, the Good Brothers are facing the Revival. Well, here tonight we have the second part of the singles matches to gear us up there for that intense, almost blood feud you kind of get from it in a tag team, aspect of it. It is Scott Dawson who's going to be going one-on-one against. He's going to be going one-on-one against Luke Gallows. So far, the Revival 2-0 against the Good Brothers. Victory in tag team action and last week with Dash Wilder beating Karl Anderson. And of course, I said last week Anderson may very well be the most talented singles wrestler out of these four, and he was the one getting defeated. Scott Dawson will look to make it almost a clean sweep heading into this Sunday. And look to actually just completely imagine if they win here tonight and win the pay-per-view. That is 4-0 over the Good Brothers to win the World Tag Team titles. That would be an incredible feat. It doesn't matter, it's against champions for one, which is an incredible feat in its own right. But it's against the Good Brothers for two, who, as I have said on many occasions, and I have agreement, not only from whatever arena we go to, but from the Raw General Manager as well, is the greatest team in the world. If they were to beat them 4-0, what does that say about the Revival in terms of that greatest team? However, I could all be speculating. Tonight could be the night where everything turns around, where Gallows gets the win and they retain this Sunday 2-2. But it's the victory in that title matchup which will matter the most. Karl Anderson may very well be frustrated at his loss last week, but he'll be hoping that the big man, Luke Gallows, is going to turn this around. The big brother. These guys 4-time World Tag Team champions. Not a tag team greater, not a tag team more experienced, not a tag team more affiliated with those titles than anyone else in my mind. And I really do hope, for as much as the Revival have got the attention of everyone with their attacks on the World Tag Team Champions, I really hope come this Sunday, it's still the Good Brothers with those tag team titles around their waist. The Revival are very talented. I have talked very, very highly of the Revival when they were on SmackDown Live, but this is the Good Brothers, and I want them to be the tag team champions. Just fact. we'll see how that'll happen anyway. But Dawson and Gallows getting things underway here just 6 days before the big showdown between the two teams. One thing is for certain, though, I think, you know, I said that talk about potentially the Revival being one of the best tag teams in the world. I think they've already asserted that claim. I just think they've got to back that up now. And I truly think we're heading for 2 of the best teams in the world colliding this Sunday. There's no doubt in my mind the Revival are incredibly talented. They rely upon what they can do in the ring more than their physique, which speaks volumes when they have you in their tag team maneuvers, when they're targeting the limbs, when they're breaking down your knee, and then they smash you in the face with their own knee with the shatter machine. But the Good Brothers, I don't think there is a more combined duo than Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, a duo that works as well with each other as those two do. I don't think there is such a tight bond between any team in this universe. In fact, I would go as far as saying in the world. It feels like there's a lot of tag teams that are, you know, especially in past as well, that are actually brothers that aren't as close as these two guys are. I just don't see such a tight bond with any other team than I do with the Good Brothers. And I hope that shines through this Sunday, and I hope they're able to will each other on to a successful tag team title defense. And they hold on to those titles once more. Luke Gallows and Scott Dawson right now, though, are engaging in back and forth action. There's a distraction by Dash Wilder to try and make things 3-0 against the World Tag Team Champions. Dawson with a roll-up. Gallows kicks out. An intense moment there. No doubt for the Revival. They hope they had it. No doubt for Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson as well. Probably a sigh of relief from Anderson at ringside. Luke Gallows, though, certainly going to bring his strength out now. Gallows! Choke slam! Dash Wilder trying to distract the referee. I don't think that's going to make a difference in this outcome. It just means there's a longer beatdown on its way for Scott Dawson. And Dawson certainly doesn't look like he's getting back up to his feet anytime soon, unless Luke Gallows decides it. A trio of elbow drops into the chest. Dash Wilder might want to make sure that he only watches on instead of getting intervened. Gallows bomb incoming. The cover. 1, 2, 3. Victory for Luke Gallows. Pulling things back, heading into this Sunday. It's 2-1. But it is that all-inclusive Final 4 this Sunday that will make the difference. Who will be World Tag Team Champions? When you got a brute like Luke Gallows on your side, you can feel good about it. However, the Revival are a tight-knotted duo in their own right. Who will be the World Tag Team Champions? I think regardless of that, we are in for an absolute spectacle of a tag team match. We're going to move on, though. Before we come to our next contest, we're going to be hearing from none other than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, as he makes his way out here. Shawn Michaels victorious last week over Jay Lethal in a very competitive one-on-one matchup. Forced him to tap out with the figure 4 leg lock. Not a usual move of Shawn Michaels, and certainly not one that he uses for victory, but Michaels got the win with it, and it seems as if he has something to talk about here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Michaels talking about chances, how he's blown some chances, how he feels like he deserves more maybe on Monday Night Raw, but he has let those chances go to waste. However, his victory on last week on Monday Night Raw should have been something that should have been taken into fact, because the simple fact of the matter is he's not here, he's not in action tonight, but he feels as if he's got to do something about it. Shawn Michaels, he wants to fight the very best around here. He wants to fight the Bad Blood, and he believes he will. He's going to hold an open challenge to anyone on Raw for them to step up to, but he's making sure that he's going to show that he's not going to be a pushover in that contest. They are going to get the toughest version of the Heartbreak Kid that they've seen. And Michaels stating it doesn't matter if it's Punk, Aiden English, whoever it is, they're getting Shawn Michaels. They're getting the Shawn Michaels that wants to be a winner, that wants to be a champion. He has respect for whoever shows up on that night, but he is there to win. He will see us all this Sunday when the showstopper emerges at Bad Blood. And in Shawn Michaels' eyes, of course, emerge with that victory. The Heartbreak Kid certainly stating something quick and to the point there. Shawn Michaels going to hold an open challenge this Sunday at Bad Blood. I like that. I like that. He's taken the reins into his own hands, and he wants something to do about it. He wants to do something about his lackluster performances so far on Monday Night Raw. I really do respect that from Shawn Michaels. And as you saw him say, he doesn't care who it is. CM Punk, Aiden English. I imagine Aiden English is bubbling with joy after being referred to in that promo. But, you know, there are a lot of people who don't really have something for Bad Blood right now who probably would like to be on the show. You look at, he named him, CM Punk. Maybe you look towards the likes of Triple H. Who else would there be? I'm trying to think. The Mr. Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns. Just to name a few, but there could be a few more. Maybe Jay Lethal wants revenge for that loss. Trying to think of any more right now off the top of my head who would, you know, really want to absolutely go for that opportunity and really prove something. I'm kind of blanking on a couple right now. That's on me though. I will admit. I mean, I like what Shawn Michaels has done there. Maybe he'll turn into something interesting for him. But anyway, we're going to move on here. Women's action up next. Here on Monday Night Raw. Between Natalya and Alicia Fox. As I said, of course, Rosary's going to be hosting her open challenge for the Raw Women's Championship once again as the Raw Women's Division attempts to rebuild itself from the ground up, losing, you know, perhaps its biggest name that wasn't the champion in the draft, which was Paige. Certainly a tough loss to take, but nevertheless, they've got to try and bounce back from it. We've been seeing kind of the upper and lower echelon, shall we say, of the Raw Women's Division outside of Rosemary. We were looking at the likes of Alexa Bliss, Gail Kim, hang on, Alexa Bliss, Gail Kim, AJ Lee, and Asuka, with kind of Natalya, Fox, Carmella, and there was one more who I'm blanking on. I think it was Emma, that's it. Kind of like a bit lower down. There was some who put on great fights, like I remember Natalya against AJ Lee put up one hell of a fight. But there were some who just put on a more disappointing performance. But I do remember Alicia Fox in her match against Gail Kim jumping her from behind to try and get a statement across. She lost, but certainly I think that image of her going right after and going full steam blazing at Gail Kim kind of shows a point for Alicia Fox. She's here to be a fighter. She's not here, like Shawn Michaels just said, to take part. To be fair, neither are both of these women, and they would like a win. And maybe if they win here tonight, they might think in their mind, I can do this Sunday. I can take on Rosemary, and I can go for that Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss tried a vengeance, and she failed, but anything can happen on a given night, that's for certain. We've known that to be true within this universe on more than one occasion. I have been told, though, through the grapevine, through some people I know here on Monday Night Raw, that Dara Manalo is planning something. It's not showing up to a show, so don't get your hopes up there. He's never going to be at one, probably knowing him. But it is something to do with the Raw Women's Division, he did say, allegedly to someone. And he says that he will have an announcement on it, or rather, an announcement will be made on it in the very short coming weeks. Which, you know, while that leaves a lot to be desired, maybe, while you want to know more, I like it, because it shows he's actually doing something. He kind of realizes there's a problem that needs to be tackled. You know, you have Rosemary and everyone else. That problem does need to be taken care of. As Alicia Fox there, shrugging off that dropkick that Natalya went for and hitting one of her own. Fox doing a strong job there of hanging in so far. Michinoku driver though by Natalya. Once again, going to go for the cover here. Will this put away Alicia Fox? Definitely not. Fox kicking out very early on. Strong strike there, and now here comes the technical side of Natalya. One of the finest wrestlers in that regards. Trained in the Heart Dungeon, of course. She knows how to take punishment, and she knows how to dish out some incredible moves as well, like we just saw that dragon suplex, slamming Alicia Fox there to the ropes, using all of the ring to her advantage. This will be where Natalya will hope to turn things around now against Alicia Fox. Certainly Natalya more talented than Fox, I would say, but she needs to use that to her advantage. Up and over the top rope, hanging in there maybe. Fox is going to send it to the outside here. A very competitive matchup between two women desperate for a win here. Ahead of that, announcement that Dara and Ohno has to make. What a lariat there by Alicia Fox on the outside. Followed through with it. And indefinitely brought Natalya down. She's going to bring her back in the ring as well. This is all Alicia Fox right now. And fair play to her for it. Fox, Northern Light suplex. She might have been thinking a bridge, but Natalya's foot underneath the rope. What has Alicia Fox got in mind you? Big time kick in the back. That brings Natalya down to her knees. Traps the head in her neck. In her boot, rather. And sends her into the mat. Devastating maneuver by Alicia Fox. And it is victory for Alicia Fox. Wow. Fox with the win here tonight. She certainly made the most of that trip to the outside. That was where the match completely changed up. Natalya seemed to be almost on Dream Street after that lariat on the outside, and Alicia Fox used that fully to her advantage, and she wins here tonight as a result of it. Very compelling victory, and Alicia Fox rubbing salt in the wound there for Natalya's defeat. Could we be seeing Alicia Fox stepping up to the plate this Sunday to challenge Rosemary? I do wonder if that'll be the case or not, but time will only tell. Whoever it is, they're in for a tough match regardless. Speaking, though, of a match at Bad Blood, we know this one has been announced. I talked about it earlier on tonight. Kassius, Ohno and Marty Scurll, one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship at Bad Blood. Tonight, much the same as we saw 2 weeks ago, the contender and the champion will meet face-to-face in the ring. Ohno wants to look Scurll in the eyes because last week he was jumped by him and didn't get the chance to try and put him away with that death by elbow as he looked to do with Triple H before the intervention. This is a very interesting match, but what an opportunity for this man. I talked about Kassius Ohno getting up there, you know, going up in the rankings. Well, now he has excelled up in those rankings. I mean, Ohno just a few weeks ago was taken on the #1 contender because we thought that would be a great match for both sides. Now he has a chance this Sunday to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Now he has a chance to be the face of Monday Night Raw. Imagine how that feels for Ohno. Nerves? Hell yes. Excitement? Absolutely. Kassius Ohno, when he gets into these big fight feels like he can, there's no doubt in my mind that he is going to be so tough to defeat. And it also, I wonder what is going to go through the mind maybe of Ohno. You know, he knows the devastation that he has in that elbow. He knows he can put people away with it. If Marty Scurll didn't intervene, I think he would have put Triple H away with it last week. And I say that as a die-hard Triple H fan. However, you know, what is he going to do against Marty Scurll here tonight? On Sunday, we saw the length Scurll will go to retain that title at Money in the Bank. He got desperate against CM Punk. Every move he was going for had a roll-up in mind towards the end. He realized he couldn't tap out CM Punk, so he tried to just get out of there as quickly as he could with that with that World Heavyweight Championship, rather. He tried to do everything to hold on to that title. He did. But what does that say about Scurll here tonight? Is he biting, not tonight, sorry, this Sunday. Is he biting off more than he can chew? Is he in trouble ahead of this Sunday? Is he at a major risk of losing that World Heavyweight Championship to Kassius Ohno, and Ohno walking out with what I will say, regardless of if he convincingly defeats him or not, would be a huge upset for that World Heavyweight Championship? Marty Scurll has been the champion since WrestleMania, heading on to 3 months if he wins this Sunday at Bad Blood. But right now, Scurll takes off his attire and gets ready to stand face to face with the man he attacked last week. And he's on about stupid offense with you, not even addressing Ohno by his name, either just calling him you. He doesn't care about this. He doesn't care about Kassius Ohno either. In fact, he's even questioning who Ohno is. He's the champion, whereas Ohno is just another numpty. And Ohno quick to respond, saying that the man that Marty Scurll is on about was the man who Scurll started something with last week and thinks he can finish it. He thinks so highly of himself when he can jump someone from behind. Now he's face to face with Kassius Ohno, and all he can do is run his mouth. How someone like Marty Scurll as world champion is beyond the mind of Kassius Ohno. And Scurll says that he's the champion because he's better than anyone else on this show. Took the belt away from Jinder. He's gone. He beat Adam Cole. He's gone. He beat his little friend, CM Punk. Look at the people he has beaten, and that will answer the question as to why he's champion. Marty Scurll saying that Ohno should be lucky that he was there last week to knock him out. He was so lucky that he used the chair to keep him down, but Ohno got right back up to his feet. He knew he could still stand, but he doesn't think that Scurll would in the same place. This Sunday he'll make sure to give him a death by elbow he will never forget. He won't remember it, but you'll never forget it. I like that. I like that fighting talk from Ohno. And look at Scurll now, talking about his accolades, talking about the achievements. He won at Money in the Bank. Ohno wasn't there. He won at WrestleMania. Ohno didn't. What gives Ohno the slightest hope he can beat him? He is Marty Scurll. He is the villain. He is the World Heavyweight Champion. And it's bad blood. That will all stay the same. And Ohno wanted to speak there, but Scurll just started talking over him. And he wants to give him something to take away from this matchup. He is going to let him pick the match right now. He says it doesn't matter what it is, you're staying down. You're nothing special. Just another name to Marty Scurll to add to his list of defenses. And Kassius Ohno now taking over. He saw him win at Money in the Bank. He saw him win by the skin of his teeth. He saw him get lucky. That's not happening this Sunday. If you're going to beat Kassius Ohno, you have to be the better man, the stronger man, and the man who's going to be able to stand on top. The man who's going to be able to keep someone down, not just for 3 seconds or with a little roll-up, but for good. Kassius Ohno has chosen the match in question to be a knockout match. Whoever goes down first and can't get back up loses. He has trained to knock people out. He has knocked people out. And he will make sure that come Sunday, he will knock Marty Scurll out. He will learn the name Kassius Ohno because Ohno will be the World Heavyweight Champion and Marty Scurll will get KO'd. A knockout match it is, and Marty Scurll has jumped right for that chance to hope that that can happen early here. To hope that he can knock him out this Monday ahead of this Sunday. Scurll with a big-time super kick to Kassius Ohno there. Trying to repeat what he pulled off last week. Trying to make sure that Ohno never gets up to his feet, never has the chance of being the champion this Sunday. But Ohno's fighting back. Ohno combating Scurll here. Oh, discus forearm. Scurll is on Dream Street. The lights within Marty Scurll's house are dimming. They are fading fast. And it looks like Ohno might be able to escape with the world title. Death by elbow. He nailed him with it. And Marty Scurll isn't moving an inch. Kassius Ohno with that elbow right there could knock out Marty Scurll this Sunday and head out World Heavyweight Champion. Marty Scurll is unconscious on the outside. He is not moving an inch. Ohno just knocked him right out. If he does that this Sunday, he's the champion. And there's a part of me that wants that to happen. There's a part of me that wants the underdog to do it. There's a part of me that wants Kassius Ohno to be World Heavyweight Champion. What a sight that was. Wow. Marty Scurll, as a rival of Scurll's makes his way out here. He's being accompanied through the crowd right now, I can see. Just coming past below the commentary box where I am, and he has got 2 officials either side of him dragging him by his feet. He's not walking. He is out. Absolutely out cold. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. If that is hit this Sunday, if that death by elbow connects, we just saw the new World Heavyweight Champion there celebrating. Ha! That is going to be a good one now. A knockout match. They play Kassius Ohno. You know how to pick him, but we're going to move on here tonight. That's our main event of the evening. It's CM Punk against The Undertaker. Punk in his first match since Money in the Bank, since that very, very close with it. Kassius, Ohno said, got away by the skin of his teeth. He thinks CM Punk is in action here tonight for the first time since that event. And he's taking on a man who, as I said, is in the main event this Sunday at Bad Blood. No title is on the line. No title opportunity is on the line. But what is on the line is one thing. Ending this. Ending what happened and what started 9 months ago. Ending this for good. At Hell in a Cell, no less. The Undertaker's specialty. It will be The Undertaker against Mordecai to finish things out. How apt it is that it is at Bad Blood, the very event where The Undertaker went under the control of Mordecai, where he lost his chance to free his brother and caved into the demands, to the leadership of Mordecai. From that day until vengeance, The Undertaker could not stick Mordecai. He could not stand him. He was his own man. He tried to be his own man as much as he could. But everything he was doing, it was for Mordecai. And what he needed to break that seal was what he got. His brother Kane drafted away to SmackDown Live. And when it was just The Undertaker and Mordecai left, when there was no reason for The Undertaker to remain in the Brood, when there was no need for him to look after his brother any longer, The Undertaker snapped. For everyone to see at Vengeance, a chokeslam, a tombstone, the Phenom we knew was back. But Mordecai was not sealing things there. He cost Undertaker a shot at Money in the Bank. He cost Undertaker chance after chance. And as The Undertaker last week celebrated a win over Roman Reigns that he had searched so long to have, Mordecai came out. Mordecai took the gong, remember, that power of The Undertaker to black out this arena, and when the lights emerge, everything has changed. He took that power, that dark side power away from The Undertaker, and was standing in the ring at the end of Monday Night Raw, and he said, "Oh, whoa, 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 Undertaker trying to close things out quickly with a chokeslam, but Punk counters there." And he said to The Undertaker, "Face me at Bad Blood. Let us finish this for good. Let us end this game." And The Undertaker accepted. With a gong of his own and the blackout in the arena, when the lights came back on, Hell in a Cell was on Monday Night Raw. And The Undertaker stood atop it, looking down at Mordecai and with a slice of the throat. The Undertaker let him know that this Sunday, they are going to hell. And one of them will rest in peace. There is no doubt in my mind, regardless of everything going on at Bad Blood, that is the main event to me. That is such a personal match. That is a matchup where you look at Hell in a Cell and you think, that makes sense. It's going to be one hell of a chance for either side to close it out. And the big question I have to ask is, who? Who is going to close it out? Who will be the one to end it? If only one side can, who will make the other rest in peace for good? It's going to be the end, I believe, for one of these guys. They're not going to be content unless by the time they leave Bad Blood, the other one is gone for good. And it makes me wonder, with all the talk that Mordecai's been giving, with all the way in which he has screwed over Undertaker and attacked him now, if Mordecai wins this Sunday, that could be the very last time we see The Undertaker. That could honestly be the last time The Undertaker is around. I don't want that to be the case. I don't want The Undertaker to bow out, and I certainly don't want him to bow out as a result of Mordecai. Certainly not a man like Mordecai deserves a right like that. Let's just hope that's not the case this Sunday. But right now, CM Punk has been turning things around in this main event so far. Here's me fighting The Undertaker. Make no mistake about it, The Undertaker may have that match this Sunday. CM Punk isn't on bad blood. He doesn't have a match schedule for that event. So him beating The Undertaker here tonight is almost vital for Punk to stay in talks for that World Heavyweight Championship, to stay in talks for a shot at a belt going forward, to stay in talks of being one of the top stars on Monday Night Raw. There's no doubt in the mind of CM Punk that he's got unfinished business with Marty Scurll as well after what happened at Money in the Bank, in his hometown no less. The noise within that arena for CM Punk, and the hatred towards Marty Scurll as well after the match ended was, you know, it was one of those beliefs where a riot could kick off here. But thankfully it didn't. However, CM Punk may very well have a shot at that title winding up for him in the future. I believe, even if it's against Kassius Ohno, I believe he has earned that right. But I do also say that you know, a win here tonight for CM Punk would be huge. And so far, these two men kind of been trading it back and forth. Punk be bringing out the strikes. Undertaker just trying to think of ways to get this one done, to not put too much effort in, to not be too hurt either heading into this Sunday. Because Hell in a Cell changes you. It changes what you are. There is no doubt about that. It is a structure designed to hurt you, not to help you. It is a structure designed to try and put you on your deathbed. The Undertaker does not want to go into it at any less than 100% because he knows what will happen. And I think I know what will happen. I think we all know what will happen in that matchup. They're going to break through the cell. They're going to fight on the outside. They're going to fight on the top. And you know what happens. What goes up must come down. Something is going to happen this Sunday. And when I say that someone will be resting in peace eternally, I mean it. In that regard, it's going to be more than just a match with Hell in a Cell around it. The cell is going to be the match. Whether they're ramming each other's heads into it over and over again, where they're trying to bloody the other one up, turn their head, you know, grate their head into the mesh steel like a cheese grater. Whatever they're going to try and do in that matchup, it is going to be to end the other one's career. It is going to be to make them rest in peace. It is going to be to prove who the greater one is, the false prophet that is Mordecai, or the phenom that is The Undertaker. Whoever it is, only one of them is going to stand in my eyes. And I am not doubting that one bit. And The Undertaker right now drops to one knee there, but CM Punk keeps on fighting back against him here in this highly competitive main event. Like I said, not the match that's The Undertaker wanted heading into this Sunday. The main chance we have, I think, of seeing CM Punk this Sunday is if he accepts that Shawn Michaels Open Challenge, which he could very well do. We don't know anyone who's going to step up to that challenge. Certainly just going to be a wait and see until on the night. Here goes Punk now, Shining Wizard to The Undertaker. You think of the agitation within CM Punk as well to that defeat at Money in the Bank, and how much that is still going to be eating away at him that happened. And he's going to be desperate to do something here tonight that results in victory for him. Even if it is against a guy like The Undertaker. Cover here by the Dead Man, hoping to try and put things away. Kick out of two there by Punk. Haven't really seen a big move hitting this matchup so far, though, has to be said. We saw the attempted chokeslam earlier, but that was about it. That may all change. CM Punk brings him down. Anaconda Vice locked in. Anaconda Vice applied here by CM Punk on The Undertaker. Will this close things out right now? Will this be victory for Punk? Is the Dead Man going to tap out just before Hell in a Cell? Oh, it doesn't seem so. Undertaker trying to find his way, and he gets himself out of it. CM Punk slowly pulling himself up to his feet there. That was close there for Punk and for Undertaker in that regard. Either man could have given in there. Snapmare now, and The Undertaker again in with that chin lock on CM Punk, but Punk is not interested in staying in that move, fighting out of it. This match starting to amp up here. I was wondering when they would start to let pull a few triggers maybe and let a few hairs go loose. And it seems as if now is the moment. They both realize they have to try and win here, and fairly quickly as well. The Undertaker has regained control in this one now. And Undertaker now locking in a bear hug on CM Punk here. Stitching that one in. Crushing the ribs of Punk, but Punk able to escape there. Elbowing the neck of the Undertaker to slip out of it. And clapping there. The ears clap together. That does hurt indeed. Oh, but so does this from the Undertaker. Choke slam from hell. He was victorious over Mr. Money in the Bank last week. And will he win against the best in the world tonight? Fall away slam. And with it, Punk's hopes of victory are falling away as well. The Undertaker preparing himself right now. CM Punk needs to do something, and do something fast. Oh dear, that has slipped away. The Undertaker. Tombstone pile driver. This one should be over. The tombstone. Oh my God, no. It is happening. The Cell has come down on Monday Night Raw. And in the place of CM Punk stands Mordecai. We are getting Hell in a Cell 6 days early. And Mordecai and the Undertaker are squaring off here outside of the ring in the structure of Hell in a Cell, just days before they are locked inside it. Just days before one meets their eternal end. And Mordecai trying to make sure to get across the point that it won't be him who will rest in peace this Sunday, that it will be the Undertaker at the end of it all, that this is the dead man's last stand. Using the Cell to his advantage there, using the element of surprise as well. Into the Cell again goes the Undertaker. He wasn't prepared for this. His own power being used against him, and now chokeslam. And Mordecai calls to the heavens. The prophet that he believes himself to be will look for the cross. Is this the fate of the Undertaker this Sunday? The cross from Mordecai. If he hits that and defeats the Undertaker, it could be the dead man who rests in peace. Mordecai stands above the Undertaker here tonight. Will this be the resting place? Will Bad Blood be where it starts, where it ends, and where the Undertaker comes to die?